Hi everyone, I'm back. If you're watching this part, I'm probably no longer live, but as promised, I'm going to sew up a bag for my sister. And I'm going to jump right in. When you get here, pop on and say hi so I know you're here though. Just finishing up the last few bits of prep work. I prepped as much as I could ahead of time. Hi Sasha! I've got to see you twice in one day on a live. I feel so lucky. And I am making the Sarah Crossbody, but I am modifying it to be bigger so that it holds all my sister's crap. I can say that because I love her. Hi Gloria, hi Mandy. And I did look, this is still listed on Etsy, so you can go buy the pattern if you want. It is not my pattern. I did test the pattern before it was ever released, though, and she does a great job. It's a wonderful pattern. It's well written, beginner friendly. I'm modifying it. I basically just made it 2 inches wider, though, so you could do those calculations. I don't necessarily want to give you all the information and the measurements that I use, because that would kind of defeat the purpose of you buying the pattern, and that's not fair. I don't care when it's my pattern, but this isn't my pattern, so. Do I have my other bottom piece somewhere?
I have it. I'm marking your box corners.
Okay. When you bring that to me. Hi, Jeannie! Can I also have my seam roller?
Sure.
I don't need it right this very second, but I will need it. And hopefully you guys can see the fabric I'm using. This is the print I'm using. And I'm using our denim waterproof canvas. I'm actually using leather on the bottom of this. I'm hoping it's going to last her a little bit longer. The last bag I made her lasted her about 2 years. So we're hoping this one lasts a little longer, because it's about how long my wait list is. I mean, 2 years out of a bag's pretty dang good, but still. We're trying to prolong that the best we can here. She does not baby her bags, which she's very active. She does a lot of physical activity and hiking and moving and working and stuff. So, I mean, it makes sense that it doesn't get babied. I understand. I just don't want to have to make her bag every 2 years. What am I sewing? I am sewing a Sarah Crossbody, but it is modified. You can just put it right there. Here, I'll take it. And seam roller, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just seam rolled the end that doesn't have tape. Doing so good, guys. Oh boy. Is it over yet? Is this bag done yet? I haven't even sewed a single seam on it yet. Oh my. We are having a day. And I buried my ruler somewhere in this stuff. Aha, found it. Hi, Diamond. The shop dog's out here with us today, too. She's roaming around. You may see her, but probably not, because I'm over here in the corner. Diamond, you want to come say hi? She says, nope, I have my bed. I don't like you right now. Hi, Michelle. And for those of you that don't know what the Sarah looks like, this is the normal size. I'm making it wider, so it'll be about this wide. Hi, Diamond. You say hi? Can you guys see her down here? This is my shop dog. Free dog hair with every bag. She actually doesn't shed too much for being a husky, though. Okay. So now we've prepped our zipper panels. Those are done. I have to sew my slip pocket. Do you make the templates for this crossbody? I sure do. Full disclosure, this is basically all rectangles, so it's not necessary to have templates. You can do it with an acrylic ruler, but I do sell the templates. Oh my goodness, twice in one day. Love that material and colors. Thanks, Bue. I'm pretty stoked to see you twice in one day, too. Hi, Vicky. Look what we're using. I know there's pink in it, but I feel like you'd still like this. All right. I turned my machine off. Doing so good. And yes, I marked all my seam allowances on this to make life easy. I've interfaced, I'm using canvas. I've interfaced it with Decaville Light just to make my life easy for the slip pocket because my machine can handle it. Hi, Karen. Hi, Cindy. But you don't necessarily have to do that. I am using our thread on this one. I'll show you guys a little tip to get your slip pockets looking really nice too here in just a second. So if you look closely at how I sewed this, I missed my line a little itty bitty bit, but not much. I actually sewed down here too. And what's going to happen is when I turn this, this will be the bottom of my slip pocket, but these edges will tuck in really nicely because of this line that I sewed. So I'm going to clip the corners just a little bit at an angle, nothing crazy. Just like that. And then I'm going to clip these corners down here. Because it's interfaced canvas, I can clip them a little more than I normally would, but you don't want to go too crazy. Don't get too close because it is canvas, it will fray. This also makes it a lot harder to pop your stitches when you're turning stuff if you tend to manhandle it like I do. So nobody has time to sit here and turn this all dainty like. I got a bag to finish. And then I'm going to take my pokey tool, my sparkly one. I'm going to poke my corner. Well, I'm going to get them out a little bit better first, actually. Do as much as I can with my hands. That way I can actually see where I'm supposed to use my pokey tool. Hi, Kay. I like these because, one, we use our acrylic scraps to make them, so it prevents us from wasting as much. But then, it's also not super sharp on the end, so that I can actually poke without stabbing all the way through my fabric. What is the name of my machine? I don't recognize it. It is a clone machine, Jeannie. This is a very old machine. The brand originally said Ludwig on it, which is an old brand out of Reading. They haven't been in business in a while. I got this out of somebody's garage. It was used to recover bus seat cushions for probably 20 years, and then it sat. So I rescued it. And I got it because I wanted to practice painting a machine, and it didn't really run when I bought it. And by the time I took it all apart to paint it, when I put it back together, it sewed. So that was a nice surprise. But it is a compound feed walking foot. I actually just ordered in for the shop a few more machines that are the same machine, so that I can have them for when I teach class. Can't believe how much the colors on the material in your tabletop match. Love it. Yeah, my sister happens to like a lot of the similar things that I do. She loves purple. We're similar in that way. Okay, getting those corners poked out. Oh, this one's gonna give me... This one's giving me problems. Come on. So see how, where I sewed, see how it's starting to turn in already? If I just encourage that, because this is Decaville Light, it's like it never happened. Hi, Denise. And I might need to trim this corner a little closer. That might be why it wasn't poking out super well. So I'm going to double check that, because I want this to be nice and crisp. And to do that, what I'm going to do is, I didn't trim any closer to my stitches. I just took more off the corner as it tapers so that we can get a nice point on it. Hopefully that'll work a little bit better. There we go. Nice corner now. Love the fabric. Thank you. My sister chose this. It's in the current pre-order for the thousands of you that are about to ask. It is called Sister's Print. I was not very original naming it. Okay. So there's my slip pocket. And my slip pocket goes on this piece right here. So I've got a chalk line down the center that you guys probably can't see. There it is. So I'm going to find the center of this. Just the easy way. And I'm just going to place it on there just like that, except I think I like that side better. All right. I like that. Okay, I totally forgot to top stitch the top of that, so I better do that before I put it onto the actual piece. So I'm going to top stitch across the top edge real quick. What am I making? I am making a Sarah crossbody, but I'm modifying it. And I am going to push out these side seams a little bit better. There we go. Now I am going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to make a line. I'm going to measure it and make a line so that I know exactly where I'm supposed to be stitching it. Let's see. Okay. Are you using your phone for comments, or can I borrow it for like 2 seconds to see if it'll fit in one of these pockets? I don't know that I want to stitch up the center. Thank you. I don't want to stitch up the center. Okay. So I'm going to use the center line to place it in the center, and then I am going to actually draw myself a line an inch off to the side, I think, so that one side will fit her phone and the other side will fit something smaller. This is not the way the slip pocket's done in the pattern. It's a 3-dimensional slip pocket in the pattern, which is actually a really cool pocket. She opted for flat because she didn't want the slip pocket that was in the pattern. And when it's your sister, you say, yes, dear, you can have whatever you want. Okay, so now we got our center line. And I need to make sure it's at least 1.5 inches up from the bottom, because that's how big our box corner is going to be, and it is. So there we go. Fold the bottom a little bit better. Line it up perfect. There we go. A little tip to hold this in place, hi Rosemary, is I just fold the top down while I'm stitching the bottom. I'll clip it, but if I'm going to stitch around all the sides, I'll start with this side, so I'll just clip it on this side first. And that'll hold it in place while I sew. You want to make sure you backstitch really well at the beginning and the end. You're going to need Facebook Lives of the puppy. I don't blame you. Don't worry, I still love you. Thank you. Great tip, thank you. I have learned from a lot of trial and error, believe it or not. So now that I'm to this line, my second line that I like, I'm actually going to stitch up that line and back down that line. And then I'll keep sewing on. I always trim my front thread first so that I can pull the back thread a little bit and pop the threads to the back. Hi, Valerie. And then I will use my eraser on my chalk pencil to just get rid of that line now that we don't need it. And I'm pretty sure her phone will fit perfect in this side, and I'm not sure what she'll put over here, but probably a chapstick or something. Oh, thank you. Can I have your phone for a second again?
Yeah.
He's never going to let me borrow his phone again. Hopefully it fits. Ta-da! All right, so that one's done. Now we're going to work on the zipper pocket. Goes on the other lining piece. And I only sew down the long sides when I do this. I find that that gives me a crisper zipper box, which I prefer. Doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay, but this is the way I like to do it. Hi, Diane. I haven't seen you on a live in a minute. How have you been? You use that tip for me also? Oh, that makes me happy. I'm glad that you guys are learning stuff from me. Another tip that I would give you, actually, fine, just busy sewing. Oh, good. Hi, Pam. Another tip that I would give you is if you are going to have a pocket like this and you have your iron set up, I would then press this like this. So I would press it like this. Then I would press it like this. And then I would press it like this. And then like this. And then when I went to tuck it through, it would be nice and crisp. I don't have my iron set up, so we won't be doing that. Do I trim it the same as if I had sewn around the whole box? Yes, I do. You were recuperating from surgery. Oh, I feel like you maybe told me about that. I'm glad that you are better and back watching lives. We missed you. Hopefully surgery went well and all is good on that front now. Nice color, thank you. Thank you. You will try it next time. It works really well. I just don't have my iron set up, so that won't be happening. And I actually learned that tip from Vicky. She taught me that. I never owned an iron before her. Hi, Peach. The nice thing about this denim waterproof canvas of ours, though, is you can finger press it really well. And if I hadn't buried my seam roller, I could use that too. Hi again. Is that waterproof canvas? Yes, Jeannie, this is our denim look waterproof canvas. We have a bunch of new colors in. You have to try it next time. Let me know how it works for you. I try and give you guys all the good tips. And then see how nice that box is? It doesn't pucker in the corners. You can kind of see, like, it's even for not being pressed, which is why I don't sew all 4 sides of the box. Actually, will you turn the heat press on and press this for me real quick?
Yeah.
Thanks. Because I can move to the other rest of the zipper prep real quick. So I am going to have Michael press this a little bit, just enough to get it, because it's not relaxing down the way I want it to. Just when you press it, don't get this under the press, just stick it under like this, okay? Here, I'll hand you that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now we got that lining piece done. We can do zipper prep. Okay, so I gotta cut my zipper. Why do these not feel long enough? They seem so small. I guess they're not. So I'm gonna cut my zipper a little extra long then. We're gonna seal the ends. This is our, I think this is raspberry zipper tape with iridescent teeth. I think we have, hopefully we have some left now that I'm sewing with it on live. Everybody's going to want it. So I am going to fold my ends in at 90 degrees. And I just singe it with the lighter and burn my fingers to smush it together. Hi, Jocelyn. This is probably not what I would do if I were you guys. But, it's what I do. I'm sitting in the direct path of the air conditioner, so that's why the flame keeps blowing around, but that's how it'll look. That's how it looks from the back side. Then I'll do the other side. Our zipper tape tends to melt really well. I have had issues doing this with other zipper tape from other places. So if it doesn't work for you, don't worry too much. And there it is. So what I'm going to do is I have lines on here from the pattern, and I'm going to line it up with that line. I'm going to clip it. Then I'm going to take another piece that does not have a line. I'm going to put it right side together. You think it's easier to do it that way too, Sasha? I do. Not everybody wants to burn their fingers, and that's okay. But it works for me. Okay, and now I'm gonna sew down. I'm gonna start where the folded edge is, because I folded over and taped down at the beginning, right here. I'm gonna start on that side. And I'm gonna put my presser foot up against my zipper teeth, because I know for me that that's 1/4 inch. I'm going to sew right over these teeth. I'm going to go one more stitch. So that's what it'll look like. I know it's hard for you guys to see it. Maybe you can see it better back here. I'm going to trim this corner. Just like that. And then I'm going to turn it right side out. And I don't need that piece at the moment. So we're going to pull that out of the way. I'm going to grab my pokey tool and I'm going to poke this corner out nice and sharp. There we go. And that's how it should look up at the top. Now I'm going to clip it all the way along the other side. I'm just going to finger press this. Oh, much better, thank you.
You're welcome.
Here. Yeah. I'll just add it to the pile. Hi, Julie. Hi, Diane. Hi. Wow. Whoa. Hi, BJ. Diane says, what heat press am I using? I have an auto press. And I love it. I will try to remember to post a picture. I think I've shared it in the past. I happen to love it. Or rather, the one Michael is using. I knew what you meant. Okay, so now I'm going to top stitch this all the way around. And I'm going to just keep some pressure on the zipper as I'm top stitching this side. That way it's nice and flat. I love the auto press, one of my best sewing purchases ever. I agree. I love that press. So I'm just pulling some tension like this on the zipper. Hi, Audrey. Just to keep it nice and flat. Keep in mind this is a compound walking foot, so it's gonna sew a little bit differently because the needle feeds in this machine also. That was just a basting stitch. I can do that one kind of quickly. That's what it'll look like. I know it looks like I'm using black thread, but I promise it's actually dark purple. It's eggplant. It looks black. Okay, and now I will do the other half of the zipper the same way I just did the first one. one more stitch. There we go. Okay. Can I have my smushers? I think I might need it for this corner. This one's getting a little bulky. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is one of my favorite purchases ever. These things are great. Anytime I have a thicker seam or anything, I just smush it on down like it never happened. It's fabulous. Like especially this corner right here. Hi, Amy. Hi, Jane. There we go. All right. Go. Making sure that's still pressed down. Have to hide mine from the husband along with the good scissors. Michael knows better than to use any good scissors on anything. As a matter of fact, he has his own good scissors specifically because he'll lose mine using them for fabric, but he'll still lose them or put them somewhere they don't go and then I can't find them. So he has pink scissors that are all his. I don't use them. And yes, he chose pink. I had nothing to do with that decision. He loves those scissors. Okay, there's that one, and now basically all I want to do is make sure that they match like this, and that I don't have one that's like backwards. I'm going to mark the centers of these. We're getting there. Are you packing orders?
Printing labels.
He's packing orders and printing shipping labels this late. So if you get a shipping notification, it's for real. Michael's over there doing that. Okay. So now those are ready. Now I can put my zipper in my pocket here. And I have a zipper placement tool for this, but it's over there, so we won't be using that. And my sister's right-handed, so we're going to make sure the zipper goes the right-handed direction. And I just clip it, instead of taping it, I just clip it to both sides. And I make sure it's centered before I start stitching it. Pretty basic. What I want to know is why this machine has so much extra oil in it. I've been wiping this damn thing all day. It's a lot. Normally it's not this bad. That's alright. Okay. We're going to start on the bottom. And I'm going to leave the tails long so that I can stitch around it and then tie them off at the back so that they don't show as much. I do stitch around the sides of the box at this point. And I'm going to pull this thread to the back before I get back around to that side. Make my life easier.
Run it inside real quick.
Okay. Love that tip too. Hate using the tape for zippers. Yep. I am a lazy sewist in some ways. I'll own it. And this is the pocket that I'm turning the bag through, so I'm going to leave this one open at the bottom. Lazy, no. Inventive. Invention is born of laziness, I'll tell you what. I'm so lazy, I'm efficient. And I'll own that. I have no problem admitting to that. I don't know why I just tried to put my lighter on. I'm having a day, guys. So now I will fold my pocket down to meet at the bottom. Michael fused them together. It melted a little bit. It peels right up though, so don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to leave the bottom open, but I did clip it so that it's lined up. I'm going to put my pocket, this is how it looks. I'm going to put it right side up, and I'm just going to fold these over so that I can stitch down the sides. And normally I would fold up the bottom so that when I finish it up at the end, it's easy to tuck. But for this, I'm not going to. You make me laugh. My husband's looking at me like I'm crazy because I have my headphones on. I talk to myself all the time, so you're in good company.
I didn't realize what time it is. Do you want me to start dinner?
No, I think we're okay for a minute.
Okay.
I didn't realize what time it was either. Look at Michael wanting to feed me and stuff. As I start sewing faster to get done so I can have dinner. We're almost done with the lining. Now I can take these clips off. So I am going to put the zipper pocket on the back. So I am going to basically do it this way. I would base these on if I were using a lighter weight material, but I'm not. I forgot to mark the centers in my lining top. And I am going to clip my zipper tape out of the way. So I've sewn that into my top once, and I will never do that again. That was a learning experience. It wasn't on this pattern, but I did that. Don't recommend. So there's that side ready to go, and then I'm going to do this side. Might have to do this in 2 parts for you guys, but I'm trying to get it done in 1. I'm just matching up the centers here. Is this my pattern? It is not. It is the Sarah Crossbody by Rogue Stitches, but I did test for her when she released it. And I love the pattern. I did modify it, though. It's 2 inches wider right now. Hi, Suzanne. Well, currently it's flat, but it's going to be 2 inches wider. Hi, Nadine. I have my seam allowances already drawn on in case you're wondering what I'm looking at. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Jody. Popping in before an ice hockey game. Oh, fun. Hi, Chrissy. So there's this with the zipper pocket, which hopefully, even when the tab's open, you can still reach into the zipper pocket, and it should work good. Now we're going to do the next one. I'm about to lose Bob and Chicken. I can feel it. Oh, I did not lose Bob and Chicken. But I did not win yet either. Had to get off the phone with your mom before you could open up the live. Don't ditch your mom for me. That's not nice. So there's the one with the slip pocket. Okay. I feel like I'm just going to run my bobbin out doing my lining. That's okay. So I'm going to start with matching up these side seams. And I already have my seam allowance drawn. Oh, except I don't have it drawn on that. I drew it on the bottom of the lining pieces, but not the top yet. That's okay. And the lining does taper to a bigger seam allowance to give it a nice fit in the bag, which I like. Nobody likes a saggy lining. Which pattern am I making? I am making the Sarah Crossbody, but I made it 2 inches wider. And if you'll notice, oh, you can't see it. I'm going to tip you guys for just a second. If you look up there, Nadine, you see what's sitting up there on that top shelf? That's the bag you made me. It sits up there right by my sewing machine. I think about you every time I sew. I love it. And I will show you guys what the Sarah Crossbody looks like in just a second. So I got Nadine as a swap partner. I was super lucky. She made me this really, really cool, well here, I'll grab it down and I'll show you guys. She made me, this is a trendsetter, but look at what she did, you guys. It's like a trophy, like a memorabilia, like not a trophy, but kind of like it's like a memorabilia thing. So she did my logo and it's all sparkly. I don't know if you guys can see the sparkles on there, but she made me this, and it's beautiful, and look at how great she did on it. Like, I don't want to use it because I want it to stay so pretty and pristine, but someday I'll probably use it. But it sits up here right by my sewing machine, so I look at it every time I sew. It's the coolest thing ever. And she made it out of cork in my shop colors, too, which was even cooler. Well, now that I said that, now I'm not going to be able to get it to stay up here, huh? Oh, come on. If it falls, it falls. It's okay. It'll come down and I'll put it back up. And this is a Sarah Crossbody. This is what it looks like. So the one I'm making is a little bit wider. It's about this wide. Same height, though. I'm just going to put that right there. That way I can grab it the next time somebody asks what we're making. Okay. probably going to run out of bobbin during this, but that's okay because I'm just sewing the lining pieces together, so I can just stitch over. If I do run out of bobbin, it'll be okay. I know it's loud, but wow, I didn't run out of bobbin. Okay. It sounds very empty. I can hear it. I can also hear when my needle needs to be changed. And I didn't change my needle from the last project, but only because I'm about to swap to a leather needle once I get to the second part of this. Because it's a leather, the bottom exterior is leather. So I am going to need a leather needle for that, and I figured I'd just run this one, and then I'll put a fresh one in when I go back to stitch the two pieces together. So I am just cutting out my box corners now. I guess I could take this clip off. And I drew them in, and I knew to stop stitching when I got to them and backstitch. It makes it a lot easier to do box corners. What kind of machine is that? This is, so it's a compound walking foot industrial. It's a Ludwig brand, which is like in our area, a million years ago, but it's similar enough to a Juki 1541, but a little bit better in some ways. It's not as bulky. It's got a bigger throat space. I like it. I actually picked it up not working just to try to paint a machine because I wanted to try it. And I took it all apart and painted it. When I put it back together, it sewed. So I kept it, and then I resin poured the table for fun. I feel like I probably need to cut these seam allowances down before I do this. Yep, I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, this is what the lining looks like currently. All of it's gorgeous. Thank you. It was an experiment for sure. Okay. So I definitely think I need to cut these down. How did I not change my needle after this morning? Because I knew that I was only going to be sewing waterproof canvas. And I figured I could get by with another 30 minutes of stitching before changing it. Instead of changing it, stitching 30 minutes, throwing that away, changing to a leather needle, and then throwing that away and changing again. Because once I've used a needle in the machine, I just toss it, just to be safe. What's the outside look like? The outside currently looks like this. But it's gonna be this, it's this blue leather. This is leather. And it's gonna have try and hold it up so you can see. Not that I'm doing so good at this, but That's kind of what it's going to look like with the zipper in the middle. I think it's going to look really good. But yeah, currently the outside is not done. That was meant to be a joke that played off me. I know, Mandy. Did you go get needles and change them? Mandy learned from me yesterday that she indeed does need to put new needles in her machine every once in a while. It's been like a few years. It's gonna sew so much better once you do, though. Beautiful. Thank you, Denise. I'm really excited about it. My sister picked all this stuff out, and she is not the most fashionable person. She's like me, would wear all black, does not care about that kind of stuff at all. Normally we have Michael to tell us when stuff looks good. So I'm going to trim these down, and I'm going to box these corners real quick. No idea if the pattern says to trim these down or not, but I'm doing it. Very pretty. Love the colors together. How often do you change a needle after so many hours? You did put new needles in. Oh, goodness, way better. So I say 6 to 8 hours of sewing. I can hear it when it needs to be changed. Listen, I know that makes me sound like I'm batshit crazy, but I can hear it. It's a thing. I can hear it. I can also hear when my bobbin's empty. It drives Michael nuts. I can hear when a machine's not in time, too. Don't ask me. But if you speak softly, I cannot hear you at all. I don't know what's wrong with me. You have a 1541, Diane. I also own a 1541. It's over there. I don't use it all that often, to be honest, because this is purple. What size needle am I using? This is an 18. It's a size 18. And it's a Grossbecker, which the brand doesn't necessarily matter. I prefer the Schmetz Serve 7 needles just because I can push them to like 8 to 10 hours of use. Like perfect pitch, but for sewing. Yeah, you don't want to hear me sing. Around 15 years or so, Manny. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. That's a little too long, my dear. I can hear when my needle needs change too. See? Jody understands. Jody's not crazy. She gets it. Thanks for making me feel better, Jody. Look at how less bulky my lining is now. Okay, so now I'm going to box my corners. That's the size I use. The Juki's bulky, but stitches nice. It's true. It does stitch nice, but see how thin the head of this machine is? So I have a cylinder arm. I could probably put this back now. I have a cylinder arm over there, and I do use it. I love it. It's great. However, sometimes, especially if I'm teaching a class, somebody might be using that. So if I need to stitch a bag, I can still do it on here, and it's not that bad. Trying to stitch a bag on the Juki, like a final top stitch, it's rough. It stitches nice, but it's rough. Okay, I might not get to the exterior today, you guys, because I do need to eat dinner. You are welcome. Thank you. But I'm going to do my best, and if nothing else, I'll do the rest live with you. Maybe tomorrow, since it's a holiday. Because you can't get layers under it. No, the reason that the Juki makes it so hard to top stitch is because if you see how narrow the head of this machine is, let me turn the light so you can maybe see it a little bit better. See how narrow this is? Like I can fit, if I had a bag, I can fit a bag around that just fine. If I were trying to do that with the Juki, it's about this wide, and trying to fit a bag around that is very cumbersome, and it gets stuck in all this stuff back here. There is a walking foot back here too, but it's not as bad. So really, and I love the Juki for some things. It's a great machine. Jukis are good machines, but I've just never, they're a little rich for my blood. I've never really had a need to have like a super bougie machine like that. That's the one I want next to cylinder machine, but I know what you mean about top stitching. See, you understand. If you go to get a cylinder arm, I will gladly help you pick one that works for you. I have some good recommendations. I've ordered a few in for friends even because they are like, I need a good one. Help. Okay, so I've got my corner ready to sew. You guys are not going to be able to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to eyeball what a 1/2 inch looks like because I did not mark this. And then we're going to measure and see how close we got and if we need to do it again. Oh, we did 3/8 because that's what I'm used to. I'm going to leave it for now and then I'll measure it again if I need to. That might actually be okay. I might have to stitch it again. We'll see. That's great. I'll need input once I'm ready to purchase. I'm absolutely happy to help any of you choose a machine. Doesn't matter if it comes from me. Doesn't matter if there's anything in it for me. I don't care. I'd rather help you pick a good machine and know that I can help you with it if you need help timing it or something like that. There have been a number of times I have helped people time their machine over FaceTime or video chat or Facebook Messenger chat. Plenty of times. Because it's hard to find a good service person. And I'm not in everybody's area, unfortunately. I wish I was. I wish I lived close enough to everybody. Someday when I semi-retire, I'll travel around and meet all of you guys. I'll just start delivering people's orders in person. Okay, hopefully we do a little bit better on this one. We did not. That's definitely 3/8. Me too. That would be fun. Absolutely. I would love that, you guys. Still 3. We're gonna leave those for now until I see if I need to actually make them a little bit deeper. We're gonna check it according to the outside when we get there. But now you can see what the inside of the bag looks like. If its corner's boxed. There we go. By the way, then traveling will be... I'm not sure I understood that, Karen. What's for dinner? I think Michael's making burgers, but I couldn't tell you, to be honest. It's one of those things where, like, I don't have to cook, so if it's on my plate, I'm eating it. Because I'm married to a chef. He doesn't cook anything that's bad, and I don't have to worry about it. It's just, like, this magical thing where food appears, and it's healthy for me, and I'm happy. It's... Love it. If you ever visit, just know that you will not go hungry. All you need to do is send him a list of what you don't like, what you're allergic to, and everything. Tell him your favorites if you want them, and he'll just, like, feed you for days. He loves it. Sorry, I was sewing. Is timing a thing? Timing is, so when you're sewing on your sewing machine, your bobbin has a hook that grabs the top thread, makes a loop, and forms a stitch. If those two things aren't what would be considered timed correctly, it won't make a stitch. So yes, timing is a thing. Cheaper than shipping. Yes, Karen, it would be cheaper than shipping. Service on these machines are a pain. They are big and you usually need to come to your house and it gets expensive. I learned how to time my machine. I don't cook either. My husband cooks all my meals. It's great. I'm actually a service tech, Diane, so I go to people's houses. I try to keep it affordable, but it is kind of expensive. I get it. I got to travel out there. It takes time. I have training, but I do help anybody that's willing to like reach out and ask for help and learn. I try to help as many people as I can. Oh, your little home machine got the, yep. You're going to be just fine with your cute little home machine and all her purple glory. Now that she has brand new needles, she's going to be very happy. Very happy. Okay, so I got the lining done. I think I am going to do the exterior either, well, probably not later today because it's 7:30 at night. But I'll probably try to do it tomorrow if that works for everybody because, one, my shoulders hurt. 2, I'm hungry. And 3, it's late and I don't want to start making mistakes, especially with leather. But this is what we're doing for the outside. If you forgot already. It's going to be this. And then this is going to, there's 2 exterior zipper pockets. This will be the lining for them. That's all we have left to do is just these pieces. That's it. So that's exciting. So hopefully I'll see all of you guys tomorrow. Where are you? In Bend? I am not in Bend. I am in Southern Oregon. I'm in Medford. How do you know where Bend is? That's a random town in Oregon to know where it's at. You love that floral? I love this floral. It's on the pre-order right now. Can you grab me, is there a bigger piece of this that I could hold up, like even the flat fold or something, so that they can see it? Bedtime there, Karen? Yep. I'll hold up a bigger piece of this floral for you guys to see. It's very pretty. It's called Sisters Print on the website with an apostrophe if you want it. I'll post a link in the live once I'm not live anymore, but this is what it looks like. I really like this print. I actually bought myself some rayon challis so that I can make myself, probably not a dress because I don't wear dresses. And this will be the most colorful thing I own because I am basically all black except my Bernina hoodie is gray. It's like the closest I get to color is it's got some red on it. But I love this print so much that I got myself some rayon challis to make a shirt or something out of it for myself. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't know what I'm going to make, so if you have pattern recommendations, I'm all for it. I used to make clothes for a long, long time. I had a clothing line before bags, but I don't think I've made a full-on clothing item in, it's been a couple years probably, other than leggings and things for myself. So it's been a while. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I used to swap my kids' friends there. Oh, okay. Live so for the shirt, please. Probably I could do that. Yeah, I can probably do that. Clothing tends to take a lot of pressing and getting up and moving, so I'll probably have to figure out how to set up a station so that I don't have to get up and move away from camera every seam, basically. That's the one downside to clothing is you really do have to press stuff. You have to switch machines. You have to understitch. You have to top stitch. You have to do all those things. Bag making, it's pretty forgiving if you like finger press your seam. Nobody's gonna know. My sister lives Rockaway Beach, Oregon. Oh! Cindy, if you ever visit your sister, come down and visit us. We love that. You can take a class if you want. If you're traveling for a class, all you got to do is let me know. And I'll get you in a class and I'll discount it since you're traveling and everything. We love that. We have people travel from all over for classes here. We provide the machine. Half the time we provide the materials. It's fun. Michael cooks, so it's catered. You don't even have to bring food. We've got a fridge and snacks and water over here. Like, we have a blast. That would be fantastic. I've got to meet so many of my friends from sewing just from them coming to shop. How far am I from Seattle? I am 7 hours from Seattle. One of my best friends lives there and she drives down to see me occasionally. So, she's actually the one that helped me put all those project packs together, that you guys have been looking at online that are almost sold out now. She helped me design the webbing, some of the custom webbing and some of the prints. The Midnight Bayou is her collection. I drew it, but it's her that was all her. So she comes down to see me fairly often, yeah. You live in Sacramento. You live in Sacramento? You're not that far. You're like 5 hours from me. Oh, I could visit. We could visit each other. That sounds amazing. It is. You want to come visit? Come visit. Everybody come visit. We would love that. We love that. I've actually had customers come all the way from Canada to visit. Believe it or not. That was pretty cool. And we always, like, even if you just want to visit and you're not here to shop or anything, no pressure, like, it's fine. Even if you just want to come tour the shop, it does not matter. We would love to see you. No requirement to take a class, buy anything, whatever. We just love to meet you. I think that's super fun, and you're always welcome here, and we'll feed you. We could do a road trip. I'm in Fairfield. You have the Jelly Belly factory. Bring belly flops with you. I used to live down there, so I was spoiled. I took Michael to tour the Jelly Belly factory as an adult for the first time. He had no idea that was a thing. That's a lot closer than you, Peach. Yeah, but you're only like 12 hours. That's not that far. I vote everybody needs to just move here so I can see you guys all the time. That would be fabulous. That's my vote. I keep trying to get my whole admin team to move here too. Are there close places to stay? Absolutely. We're actually a couple of blocks from some really nice hotels because we're not that far from the airport. So, and it's not a bad town. Like, I grew up here. This is actually the house I grew up in because my grandparents had it built. And I bought it, Michael and I bought it when they passed away. So nobody's ever lived here but my family, but we're very close to the airport. There's lots of great places to stay, very close by. If you fly in, we'll even come get you from the airport and get you to your hotel. You don't have to worry about it because we're literally the airport. Like, I can see the airport if I stand on my roof. It's not that far. Someday you'll make it up there. I would love that. I would love to have all of you visit. Someday I would like to meet everybody. If I could take the time off work and just go meet everybody, I would. But then nobody's orders would get filled and you wouldn't hear Michael over here printing labels at 7:30 at night to ship stuff out. He's getting the webbing restock done, I think, right now. But yeah, we got all our webbing colors should be back in stock by tomorrow morning. He's working on it right now. We're almost done. So that'll happen. And because tomorrow's a holiday, I feel like enough of you will be able to join if I finish this sewing tomorrow. So I think that's my plan. Plus, my sister's birthday's in November, so I'm trying to have this done on time. Do I allow service animals? Absolutely! Of course! I allow regular animals. I have a husky roaming around, although she's friendly. She would never care, but we'd put her in the house or do something so that your animals felt comfortable. That's totally fine. But yeah, we're an animal-friendly shop. As long as your service animals are, like, not aggressive towards people, which obviously they probably wouldn't be, I don't mind. I love dogs. When we have a munch kitten, she lives in the house, but we do have a cat. She's just hypoallergenic because she's a munch kitten, so there's no, like, dander or anything, which is nice. But yeah, we're animal friendly. Absolutely, we're animal friendly. I had somebody bring their parrot. That was fun. That was long before Michael actually worked for me, but I got to meet somebody's parrot. That was cool.
And I missed it?
You missed it. He probably didn't even know. Yeah, I got to meet somebody's pet parrot. I got to meet a turtle too, but that was not here.
I remember that.
He was there for that. So yes, absolutely bring your animals, totally fine. We probably won't feed them too, but yeah, Michelle's brought her kid more than once. Michelle's kid's very cool though. She makes paper gummy bears. Michelle is going to be expected to post photos. Not a naked kitty. We have a munch kitten, so her legs are like this tall. She's itty bitty. She's a regular cat, but her legs, she looks like a little potato. She's very cute. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, no, we don't have a hairless cat. We have a munch kitten. But she is hypoallergenic. She doesn't shed or have dander. So, yeah. I don't think I would be able to take care of a hairless cat. They require a lot of help and maintenance. Look, the husky's enough, and we didn't mean to go adopt her. We drove to Las Vegas, which was 13 hours one way, almost 14 hours one way, to go get her on a whim because she belonged to our roommate way back, and he couldn't keep her. So she was familiar with us and our dog, so we went to go get her so she didn't go to the shelter. She's enough maintenance, thanks. Where am I located? I'm in Medford, Oregon, Diane, so we're really close to the California border, but we're not. We're about half an hour from the California border. But we are in Oregon. And we're on the coastal side, so, like, we're not on the coast, but we're more western than east. Directions are hard. But yeah, we're in Medford, Oregon, which is, we're really the biggest town down here because Portland's at the other end of the state, and that's, like, what everybody knows is Portland, Oregon, but it's 4 hours away from us. Yeah. Okay, well, I didn't run out of I wonder how much bobbin I have left. Let's see. You live in New Jersey by the shore. I want to go visit you. That sounds like fun. Oh, you guys, you want to see how much bobbin I had left? I knew I was running out. This is it. That's it. That's the rest of the bobbin. I knew I was close. I knew I was getting really close. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this tomorrow with you guys, so hopefully most of you can join us so that you can see the finished bag. I will post pictures since my sister knows she's getting it. She was supposed to hop on and watch me sew it. I don't know what happened to her, but that's okay. She's probably out with her dog or something. And she'll see it later and be like, I missed it. But yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna do a webbing strap. So if anybody has a vote, we're voting between the purple and the blue. I don't know what color to do. So I'm open to suggestions. You're only 35 hours away. That's not so bad. That's quite a ways. But if you fly, it wouldn't be that bad, and we can pick you up. So it could be, maybe not that bad. I would love to see any of you that are able to visit. Someday I plan to do a little bit of touring. Two-tone Cindy, they're both webbing, so I can't do a two-tone strap, and she is way too hard on stuff for me to do anything super fancy, because she'll destroy it. So I'm doing webbing, that way if I need to make her another one, I won't feel bad. Always purple, Mandy says always purple. Okay, so we got one vote for purple. I will let you guys keep voting. I'm going to go have dinner. That way I am rested and ready to sew this together tomorrow. And for those of you that want to pre-order this, it's on the site. I will post a link as soon as I'm off the live so that you can easily find it. But then I'll get that order placed here soon so that you guys can have your fabric. Because a few of you have already ordered it. How far is STL? Was that be Salt Lake City? Or St. Louis? Are you in St. Louis? You're in St. Louis. That's quite a ways. Thanks for the fun sewing time. Gotta go to bed so I can get up at 4 a.m. Yuck! 4 a.m. for work? Ugh. No. You think Nadine, I'm just probably gonna make her 2 straps. She's gonna destroy one of them eventually anyway and need another one. I might as well just make both to begin with. I want to make one of these for me because I really like this pattern, too. I don't even carry a bag most of the time. St. Louis. You're quite a ways away. Suzanne's really close to you, though. Yep. You get up at 2 a.m. My goodness, you guys go to bed. I love you for staying here with me, but go get some sleep. Like, this will be up, but you can watch it later. It's okay. That's rough. I mean, I work long hours. We get up early. We stay up late to get orders done, especially when we get like an order of vinyl or something in. We process it and get it out. Try to get it out same or next day for all of you guys. So that ends up being some really long days. So I get it. But dear God, go to bed. Yeah, and maybe you and Suzanne and Mandy can meet each other. I actually just introduced 2 of my sewing friends that live in the same city and didn't know. So they're going to get together and do some sewing and stuff, which I'm a little jealous because I don't live there and I don't get to see either of them anymore. But one of them used to live here and she moved there. So I'll eventually go visit. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to go have dinner. I'm going to get ready for the rest of this live tomorrow, and hopefully you guys will get to see the bag when it's all done. It's all cut out, so it should be quick sewing. And hopefully I'll see you guys all tomorrow. And I'll leave the live up, so even if you don't join us tomorrow, you can still finish watching us make the bag. Watch me finish making this bag. I need to go to bed too. All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.